So just to revise with the compound interest from previous class. So compound interest is an interest which is calculated on the accumulated sum. In simple interest, we were directly calculating the interest on the principal, but here, like your WDV method of depreciation, you will have to calculate the sum on the accumulated amount. In WDV, whatever is left out, you will calculate, but here, whatever is added up, you will calculate the interest on that. Okay, so the formula to calculate compound interest, if you want only interest amount, then you have to use this formula, which is P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. And we know P is principal, R is rate of interest, T is the time, minus P. We are using principal to calculate the full amount, and then we are removing the principal so that we will get the interest amount. So that is the formula for compound interest. Now, if you want to know the amount, the total amount including the compound interest, then it will be A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. So that will be the formula for amount. Now let us go to the problems directly and let us try to solve few problems so that you will be much clear about the concept. Now the first problem, compute compound interest on rupees 5,000 at 5% rate of interest per annum for 3 years. Sorry. So here they have given us the principal. So we have to find out the interest on rupees 5,000 at the rate of 5% interest. 5% is per annum. And what is the time? Time is for 3 years. Direct question where all the information is given. We just have to apply the formula and find the answer. Now coming to the formula of compound interest, please write the formulas in the problem. In every problem that you solve, if there is a formula involved, please write the formula. So compound interest is equal to principal into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. This is the formula. So principal is 5,000 into 1 plus R is 5 divided by 100. Don't divide it here, okay, because we are doing it already here at 5 by 100. So to the power T, T is 3 years. Now let us simplify this. 5,000 into 1 plus 5 by 100 will be 0.05 to the power 3. So 5,000 into 1.05 to the power 3. Now can anybody of you say me what will be the value for 1.05 cube? Multiply it 3 times. 1.05 into 1.05 into 1.05. So 5,000 into, what is the value you get? 1.05 to the power cube or to the power 3. 1.157625, correct. 1.157625. Okay, I think we got another. Yeah, that's great. Now the final answer for compound interest, if you multiply this 1.157625 into 5,000, you would get the total amount, which is 5788.125. So this is the compound interest. You can write it as rupees is equal to rupees 57 5788.125. So that will be the total amount, right? Now if you see the formula, if we want compound interest, we have to subtract the principal. So if you see here, if you want compound interest, you have to subtract the principal, correct? So let us do that part also. So in every case, we are supposed to minus 5000, minus 5000. Okay, let me take the answer to the next page. Probably that will be better. Minus 5000, minus 5000. So compound interest is 5788.125 minus 5000. So only compound interest will be 788.125. So this will be your final answer of finding the compound interest. Is it clear? Did you all understand? Good. Now let's go to the next question. Find the compound interest on 20,000 rupees at 6% per annum interest for 4 years. Now the second question is, what is the simple interest on the same? Now the same data will be used to calculate compound interest and the same data will be used to calculate simple interest. Now let us see what is the difference in interest that you will find. Okay, so let us start. Write down what is given in the question. So given principal is rupees 20,000, rate of interest is 6%, time is 4 years. This is the data that we require. First, we will calculate compound interest and the formula goes like this: P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T minus P. Don't forget this, okay? Minus P. Now, let us solve the problem. So, principal is 20,000 into 1 plus 6 by 100 to the power 4 minus 20,000. Next, 20,000 into 1 plus 6 by 100 is 0.06 to the power 4 minus 20,000. The next step, 20,000 into 1 plus 20,000 into 1 plus 0.6 is 1.06 to the power 4 minus 20,000. Now calculate 20,000 into 1.06 to the power 4. So 1.06 multiplied 4 times. 1.06 into 1.06 into 1.06 into 1.06. So how much do you get? 1.26247696. Correct, Lakshmi. Very good. Minus 20,000. Now multiply this 20,000 with whatever decimal numbers you have got. So that will give you 25,249.5392 minus 20,000. So therefore, compound interest will be 5249.5392. So this is the compound interest value that is required. Now for the same data, let us calculate simple interest. So simple interest is PTR by 100. Principal is 20,000. Time is 4 years. Rate of interest is 6% divided by 100. So how much will you get here? 20,000 into 4 into 6 divided by 100. So you get 4,800. So if you see, the difference in the interest amount is only more. Lakshmi, it will be 4,800. Yeah, okay. You told me the first multiplication. Good, that's the right answer. Okay, if you see the interest amount, the compound interest is 5,249, but simple interest is 4,800. So can you know the difference between the simple interest and compound interest now? Okay, so here we are going to calculate interest on the accumulated amount. After first year, along with interest, whatever is there, that amount, on that amount we will calculate the interest. But here on the principal amount, every year we'll calculate the interest. So these are the answers for compound interest and simple interest. Is it clear? Anybody has doubt? Did you all understand, or you want me to repeat it again? Now let's go to the next question. Find the compound interest on 20,000 for 4 years at the rate of 4% per annum payable half yearly. What will be the compound interest if payable annually? Now, if you see here, they have given you the principal, they have given you the number of years, they have given you the rate of interest. But this rate of interest for 1 year, and they are going to pay the interest every half year. That is, every 6 months they are going to pay the interest. Okay, and then they are also asking an extra question saying what will be the compound interest if payable annually. Fine. Now here we'll have to do a little corrections in the rate of interest when we are taking the data. Now let us start the problem. So solution. What is given to us? Principal is 20,000. Okay. Time is 4 years. Now when it comes to rate of interest, it will be 4%. But since 4% is for 1 year, now for half a year, I will also should divide 4 by 2. 4% is for 1 whole year. So for 6 months, I am paying half of 4%. So my rate of interest will be only 2%. Is that clear? Because first we are calculating for half a year. So we reduce the number or we reduce the rate of interest to half of it. Okay. Now, since we are paying it for half a year, if you see time is 4 years. Okay. In 4 years, how many half years will come? In 4 years, how many half years will come? Sorry, you'll have to multiply it with 2. So you have to multiply it with 2. 1 year has 2 half years. 6 months, right? 1 half year, 2 half year. Now for 4 years, how many half years? So multiply it by 2. So you get 8 half years. So your time will be 8. Did you understand this? They can ask you half yearly. Um, Half yearly also can be called as semi annually. Semi is half. Okay. Now we have all the data. Let us apply it in the formula. Now the formula is compound interest is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T minus P. So principal is 20,000 into 1 plus R is 2%, 2 divided by 100 to the power T is 8 minus 20,000. So 20,000 into 1 plus 0.02 to the power 8 minus 20,000. 20,000 into 1.02 to the power 8 minus 20,000. Now find out 1.02 to the power 8. Multiply them 8 times. 20,000 into 1.02 to be multiplied 8 times. Okay. 1.02 into 1.02 like this into 1.02. So can anybody say how much you got? Is this the answer that you got? 1.171659381. Take the whole number. Now in this, no, the problem is the decimals will get rounded off sometimes, and it's more confusing. The final answer will differ. So in such case, take whatever value you have got in the calculator, no, just write everything. Okay, minus 20,000. Now 20,000 into that value, how much do you get? 1.171659381 into 20,000. 23433.18762. Yeah. Now subtract 20,000 from this so that we get compound interest. That will be 3,433.18762. So this will be the compound interest that we calculated. And this is the compound interest for half yearly. Okay. Every half year when we give the interest, the compound interest every half yearly will be 3,433. Now let us calculate the same compound interest when it is done annually. See, first they have asked us to do it half yearly. Now the compound interest if payable annually. Now if payable annually means take the whole numbers, 20,000, 4 years, 4%. Okay, take the full numbers. Now again, if compound interest is compounded annually. Okay, now again principal will be 20,000 and then rate of interest will be how much? 4% and time will be 4 years. Now use the same formula. So compound interest will be principal into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T minus P. Okay, now let us apply all of the numbers. Now the principal is 20,000 into 1 plus R is 4% divided by 100 to the power 4 minus P is 20,000. Okay, so 20,000 into 1 plus 0.04 to the power 4 minus 20,000. So 20,000 into 1.04 to the power 4 minus 20,000. So 20,000 into, see, I am solving each and every step. So it is compulsory for you also to solve each and every step in the examination. Don't miss out any steps here, because such problems can be asked for 6 marks, that is section B questions, and it is easy for you to solve. So don't miss on any step. So 1.04 to the power 4 is 1.16986 minus 20,000. So what do you get here? 23,397.2 minus 20,000, and the compound interest will be rupees 3397.17. 3397.17. Did you all get the same answer? 17, and after that if you get decimals also, no problem. So this is the compound interest when computed annually or for 1 year. Any doubts? Okay. Now let's go to the next question. Now the next question, rupees 2,000 is invested at an annual rate of rupees 2,000 is invested at an annual rate of 10%. What is the amount after 2 years of the compounding is done? If the compounding is done annually, what will be the amount? Semi-annually, quarterly, monthly, daily. So we're going to solve everything here. Okay. So what is the principal? 2,000 is the principal. Rate of interest is 10%. The amount after 2 years we have to find out. So the timing is 2 years. Okay. And in the question, you will get some data like this. This will be helpful in solving the questions. So we will see how that will be helpful in solving the questions. So let us start the solution. So firstly, solution. Now what is given? Now what is given? One generally will write what is given to us. Principal is 2,000. Rate of interest is 10%. Time is 2 years. Okay. Now if compounded annually. So the first one is compounding done annually for every year. Now when compounding is done annually, no need to change anything because everything is for 1 year, and we will take this and solve it directly. Okay. Now can you solve this annually and say me the answer? Let's see who can give me the answer first. Compound interest is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T minus P. Very good. What is the total amount, Lakshmi? Compound interest is 420. What is the total amount? Including interest and principal, what is the amount? 2420. Very good. Others, I'm waiting. Send the answers fast. So let us divide this page into two halves so we can use it for the calculations. So here 2000 into 1 plus 10 by 1 plus 10 by 100 to the power 2 minus 2000. 2420. Good, Gauri. So Lakshmi and Gauri gave me the answers. Yes, I'm waiting for others' answers too. Quickly. 2000 into 1 plus 0.10 to the power 2 minus 2000. So 2000 into 1.10 to the power 2 minus 2000. So here you're going to get 2000 to 2420 minus 2000. Your compound interest is 420, but write it along with the amount. So amount will be principal plus interest. So that will be 2000 plus 420, which is 2420 rupees. 2420. Compound interest is 420, correct. Now add that to the principal. They're asking us the amount. What is the amount after 2 years? Now, since they're asking us the amount means principal plus interest. So we will have to add that back to the principal and say the total amount including the compound interest. Okay, very good. All of your answers are right. So 2420 will be for the first year. What is the first question? When it is compounded annually, it is 2420. Is it clear? Can we go for the second question? Okay. Now the second question is, what is the amount if it is compounded semi-annually? Semi-annually means half a year. Now one more thing what you can do here is, instead of taking the full formula, we have understood there is a formula for amount directly, right? It is the same formula without minus p. So we'll use this formula to solve the problems for this question. Now, since they have asked us the amount in the question, so we'll be using this formula to solve. Okay. Now, let us go back to our problem. Now, here you have to do it semi-annually. Compounding is done semi-annually. Okay. In bracket, if you're getting confused, you can write half yearly. Now let us write down what is given to us. Principal is 2000 and time is 2 years. So since it is semi-annually, I have to multiply it with 2. So I get 4. Then rate of interest is 10%. I have to divide it by 2. So I get 5%. I hope you are able to understand why did I multiply the time with 2 and why did I divide the rate by 2. So 10% is for 1 year. So since it is half yearly, every 6 months, we have to divide it by 2. Now let us put the formula. amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. That's all is the formula. Now start solving it. 2000 into 1 plus R is 5%, 5 by 100 to the power T is 4. Okay. Now, so 2000 into 1 plus 0.05 to the power 4. So 2000 into 1.05 to the power 4. So 2000 into 1.05, how much do you get? 1. Oops. 1.2155065. Okay, thank you, Lakshmi. So the total value will be, correct, Gauri, the total value will be 2431. Is this value right? Are you all getting the same value? Rupees 2431. Okay, 0.0125 added. So this is the amount that we get. Okay, this is the amount that we get if we compute it half yearly. Now, if you see, if you compute it annually, you get 2420. But if you compute it semi-annually, you get a little more than that, that is 2431. Is it clear? Understood? Good. Now, moving on to the third part of the question. The third question is asking us to solve it quarterly. Quarterly means 3 months once. Okay. So, compounding is done quarterly. In bracket, you can write 3 months is equal to 1 quarter. So, April, May, June is 1 quarter. July, August, September is another quarter. October, November, December is one more. January, February, March will be another quarter. So in 1 year, we have 4 quarters which we'll have to consider. Okay. Every 3 months is considered as 1 quarter. So in 1 year where we have 12 months, we'll have 4 quarters. Okay. Always remember this. We'll have 4 quarters in a year. Now let us redefine the given data with us. Principal is 2000. Time is 2 years. Time is 2 years. Now, since we are calculating it every quarter, and I told you in 1 year you'll have 4 quarters, so multiply it by 4. 2 years into 4 quarters will give you time as 8. Okay, and rate of interest was 10%. Divide by 4 quarters. So what will be the percentage that you'll get? 2.5. Right? 10 by 4 is 2.5. Now with all this data, let us start solving the problem. Write the formula. Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. So 2000 into 1 plus R is 2.5 divided by 100 to the power T is 8. So 2000 into 1 plus 2.5 by 100, how much do you get? 2.5 divided by 100, 0.025 to the power 8. So 2000 into 1.025 to the power 8. Okay. Now in the next step, multiply 2000 into, can you say me the value? 1.025 to the power 8. Okay, 1.2184028 Okay, that's a long number. Now multiply that with 2000. Yeah, correct. Thank you for the information. Multiply that with the 2000 and say me the answer. It will be rupees 2436.8058. So this will be the answer for quarterly. Very good. Correct answer. Everybody has given correct answer. Understood? Okay. Now the next sub question is monthly. For compounding is done monthly. So in 1 year we have 12 months. Correct? In 1 year we have 12 months. So let us write what all is given to us. Principal is 2000. Time is 2 years. Correct? So in 2 years, how many months we'll have? In 1 year, we'll have 12 months. So in 2 years, we'll have 24 months. If you take the rate of interest for 1 year, it is 10% divided by, for 1 year, we have 12 months, right? Now here we have to divide this by 12. So it's gonna be 10 by 12. You can get a point here. You can either use that point 0.8333. It's a recurring decimal. Yeah. So you can take 0.833333. It just goes on and on and on. Okay. So let us find out the amount. Principal into 1 plus r by 100 to the power t. So principal is 2000 into 1 plus r is 0.83333 divided by 100 to the power 24. So 2000 into 1 plus 0.083333 to the power 24. So 2000 into 1.083333 to the power 24. Now, if you go back to the question, okay, there are two zeros, is it? Okay, I missed that. Zero point zero zero. So 0.0. Okay, wait. 1.008. Yeah, now it's right. Now going back to the question here. Now if you see 1.008333 to the power 24, they have given us the value, because multiplying 24 times doesn't actually make sense. So you'll have certain log tables where you can find the values, but for you they will give the values directly like this in the question. Okay, so consider this value 1.2204. So 2000 into 1.2204. Now how much do you get? 2440.8. This should be your answer. So we have completed compounding done monthly. Now let us finish compounding done daily. That is the last one which is left out for us to solve. So compounding done daily. So the next, again I'll divide the page here for our easy understanding. So fifth one, compounding is done daily. Now let us write down the given information. Now principal will be 2000, and then we have the time, which is 2 years. So for 1 year, if it is 365 days, for 2 years it will be 730 days. Okay, and the rate of interest for 1 year it is 10%. Divide that by 365. So I think you will get some points. 10 divided by 365, 0.27397. Okay, we'll keep until that. So now put the formula. Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. Now solve this. 2000 into 1 plus R is 0.27397 divided by 100 to the power 730. So 2000 into 1 plus 0.0002, is it? 0. 0. Wait, 10 divided by 365 is 0.02. Okay, here also you have another 0. 0.02. So that is why you get 3 zeros. No. Here the value is 0.02. See this part of the value. This is 0.02. So then it will become 3 zeros. Calculate 10 divided by 365. You get 0.027397. Now, if you divide this by 100, you'll get 3 zeros. So 0.00027397 to the power 730. Now, 2000 into 1.00027397 to the power 730. If you go back to the question, this data is also given to us. 1.000274 to the power 730. What is the value? 1.22137. Use this. (2000) into 1.12137. So the total amount will be 2442.74. Correct. Good. Very good. Everybody understood? Clear, right? Fine. So we'll stop here for today and we'll continue in tomorrow's class. Okay.